So, as I told you guys before, I have been studying fascism because it's necessary to understand how we're living right now. And right now I'm on this book, How Fascism Works, which is a good primer on it, but it's also such a blueprint for what is happening right now. So when people tell you, oh, he's not going to do that, or they're not going to do that, they're literally running through this playbook, and not like this book, the playbook of fascism. And right now I'm reading about propaganda. You know how they've been attacking universities for a bit now, and how they're trying to change the curriculum to a more moral curriculum, right? A morality-based curriculum. They can teach our children that basically their ideals, the individual few, know what's best, right? To question themselves, to become a workforce in which you're powerless, but you think it's required. So if they successfully change the curriculum to one that is more morality-based, that is more dominant culture-based, this kind of society will go on and on and on because they won't have the tools to think differently, to understand what they are due, not even have the ideology, the previous ideology, to understand what's been done before. And that right now, people are scared for many good reasons and angry. I just hope we could turn it in a direction that doesn't continue this, right? And instead helps us fight back. But anyways, yeah, it's fascinating. I know people are creating personal curriculum right now. I'm not in school and I don't want to run my life like I'm in school. I can't really. I'm too busy. Anyways, I need to write. That's the last part of this morning routine. For my next meeting. I did take one meeting here, but I'm going to take the other one at home, and I'm going to eat at home because I have food at home. I have meal prep. Okay, it's 2:30. See, this is why I have to have meal prep, because I may or may not have meetings and like stuff I'm doing, and I am a single-minded focused individual. I'm not the kind of person that has to take breaks to keep focused. I'm the kind of person that will barrel through. And in this moment at 2:30, if I didn't have a prepared meal, I would just go get something. I don't order very much because I don't want to spend the extra money for delivery when I could just hop in my car. It's not hard. But the only way I'm successful at healthy eating is to have stuff already prepared. So today, actually this week, I'm on a mission to use the stuff in my pantry right there, right there. And so I made some pinto beans to go with some chicken and stuff. Kind of like a Chipotle bowl. All I have to do is chop up this lettuce and throw some salsa in there. Here's the food.
and it wasn't my intention.
Yes, this may be like my third cup of tea of the day, but this is the awake tea, okay? This is the one that's gonna get me through the last half of the day. It's an important one. That was my last meeting of the day, which is great. I only had two. Like, do you know how monumental it is when I only have two meetings, much less none? When you are an executive, so much of your life is meetings and strategy. It's really insane. It was an adjustment because I still got projects, right? But now I think I got it. Have you drank your water today? So as you guys know, I'm more active, right? And I found myself waking up dehydrated. And so I'm focusing in on getting enough water right now. And I like to get it all in by 6 p.m. It's okay if I drink a little more. But if I have a chance of sleeping, if I want to have a chance of sleeping, I've got to drink just two of these. This is 40 ounces by 6 p.m. It is now just shy of 3:30 p.m. I took a hour lunch break. I feel good about that. And now I'm going to work on content. And I could continue work, but I manage some people who work in different time zones than me. And so what I like to do is take an hour and a half in around this time typically to work on content and then go back to doing work. That way I'm not working until like 7, 8 p.m. like straight. No. It's more hours than I need to do on a day like today. Sometimes I have to. It just depends on the number of meetings I have. But y'all, I really had this question of like, what is my 40s going to be about, right? Like, what is that going to be about? And I usually just roll with things, but I realize I'm at this point in life, like in my 30s, where I worked really hard to change my entire life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Substack, I'm doing a 40 Lessons Before 40 series. I'm talking a lot about what I did and why I did it. And that required a certain mindset, a certain focus. And that no longer serves me. That's part of why doing fitness was so difficult, because I was still stuck in the mindset of, I gotta be disciplined. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And that's not what serves me now, right? When I actually can wake up on my own terms and I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get everything done before I go to the office. So the motivation just wasn't there. I had to find something else to make activity work, right? And so I refocused, which I talked about in a vlog. I'll link that vlog below. But taking it a step further, I realized that my 40s is going to be about reaching for my heart's desires. And so I've been outlining how and what that's going to look like. And I'll share it with you guys. That's part of what I'm trying to figure out now, like how I want to share it. First, my awake tea. Mate has a lot of caffeine, by the way, but it's not like the crash out caffeine. So it's perfect for this time of day. It'll give me a pick me up, but not so much that I won't be able to wind down later. If you stick around, you'll see how I wind down, how I make sure I'm able to like just sleep basically. Cause I'm one of those people that their mind just keeps going and going and going. And I have to manage that in order to sleep. But let me look, time is a thing, even though I work from home. If I want to shut this down at a reasonable hour, because I'm going to wake up for a 9 a.m. meeting tomorrow, then let me focus. Also, my dinner is already made, which is a win-win for me, baby. A win! So Charlie Kirk is dead, and I'm not particularly sad about it. Like, why would I be sad about a white supremacist dying? The way he died, nobody should have that happen. I'm not, like, that's pretty terrible, right? But really what concerns me more is what this means for our society and where it's headed, right? There has definitely been an uptick in violence. And it's funny because I was at the hair salon yesterday and randomly we were talking about what we would do if like we were in the zombie part of the world. I'm like, don't ask me to be here. And the woman stylist there was like,
actually getting back into fitness have shown me that I'm the same disciplined and driven woman that I've always been. The thing is, stepping into middle age, I've gone through the process of building who I am as a person, going through struggle to become the boss I am. I've decentered men so that I'm happy living alone or within community So now I'm more interested in contributing to how society is shaped. I'm still going to live a bit selfishly because I am single and choose adventure, choose focusing on retirement. And I'm no longer reaching, and instead I get to live an exciting journey. And I'm so grateful. So grateful.
Okay, so Monday through Thursday, I like to, after I'm done with work, I unplug by cleaning a room. So that's what I do. And today is the kitchen because the weekend's about to roll in. I don't like cleaning on the weekend. My stove is really dirty though, so I'm spending extra time on it. And I got a device to try to help me clean it better because grease, man. And then also I need to like be able to puff stuff out of the space where the gas comes out of the burners. And so I got this and I'm hoping that it helps. And I can use it in other places too. So it's worthwhile, like corners and things like that. This is good for that.